Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Jason and this plant is Salvia sclarea. I absolutely love this really awesome plant. So this is a biennial. So in the first year it usually just grows as like a low growing plant, maybe just a few inches or even less off the ground. It's very flat with like perky leaves, but right now when it actually blooms, this is in the second year, it puts up these stalks. And so as soon as you see like these stalks coming up in the air, you won't see flowers in the beginning. But once the bud opens, it looks like a big hanging, downward hanging hop. And then it starts to slowly like lift itself up. And so when this blooms, it's going to, see there's one, it's kind of, see how it's hanging down? Pretty cool, right? It looks like a giant hop. But those are all bracts, and then there's flowers in there. And so what happens is over like the next week or so, these are going to shoot straight up and they are going to be covered in like a chandelier of flowers that the bees cannot get enough of. They absolutely love these flowers and they're huge. So it's a really, really neat showstopper when it blooms. It'll bloom late spring into midsummer. And it's really beautiful. It's super cold hardy, down to -4 Fahrenheit. Uh, as far as placement, you can place this in full sun to part sun, even part shade. This actually was a volunteer. I didn't even plant this here. It just grew on its own. It's near irrigation, but I wouldn't say that it's on irrigation, but you most certainly can irrigate this plant. It has low water needs. It can take even up to medium water needs if you wanted to give it a little more water. Uh, it is resistant to both deer and resistant to gophers, making it an awesome plant to have here in Northern California if you have those challenges in your garden. It does like to reseed, but it's super easy. It's not weedy. You'll see like flat little sprouts of the plant come up in the ground and you can just walk over them, leave them, you can pull it out. You can ignore it and let it just be like beautiful green on the ground, and then in the following year you'll have these gorgeous flowers. I wish I had them open, but they're not quite open yet. But I do love this stage because I think the bracts, or when they're flower buds, they're so pretty. It's very like whimsical looking. As far as the soil, this wants loam or sandy soil. It wants well-draining soil. If you have clay soil, really just amend it and maybe like plant it on a slope. As far as the pH of the soil, like a 5.8 to 7.5 is good. As far as propagation, this propagates super easy from seed. I wouldn't recommend doing cuttings. The seed, it has a really high germination rate. And it has these big, beautiful leaves. I like to actually use them when I'm like garnishing food plates. The leaves are really useful for that because they're really, really pretty. Um, as as far as Oh yeah, fertilizing, you can just give this a side dressing of compost in the fall, and that's about all it needs. So yeah, this is Salvia sclarea, also known as Clary Sage. And if you have any questions about it, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please click that subscribe button and that like button. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video.